So there's really two key reasons why this happens. The first one is because managers tend to be results driven. If you study management at all, you learn about key performance indicators or KPIs. Things like sales figures, how many products are we producing, how quickly are we producing them, at what cost, that kind of stuff. There aren't really any KPIs for whether your employees feel valued or appreciated. And part of that's because it's really hard to measure those things. Ironically, if you study leadership, you learn that focusing on that does actually improve your results. Happy employees spill over to happy customers, and happy customers spend more money, whether that's larger purchases or repeat business. But if you don't study leadership, it's hard to notice that. And it's even harder to notice that if you have your nose buried in a KPI dashboard. Now, the second reason has to do with what I've referred to in other videos, in that culture is downstream from leadership. In order for a manager to fix a toxic workplace culture, they have to acknowledge that A, there's a problem, B, that they are responsible for the problem, and C, that they are the ones that have to fix it. And that takes a lot of humility and introspection, which is something we learn through leadership, not through management. This is why I think it's so important for everyone to learn about leadership. Not just managers, but I mean, literally everyone. If you have the skills that leadership provides us, you're better able to identify these problems and fix them in your own way. You might not be able to have the same influence as a CEO, but you can still make cultural changes with your team or a small group of coworkers. Or, at the very least, you'll be able to identify a positive culture after you abandon the toxic one. So if that sounds appealing to you, tap the follow.